Hi guys, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Brandy and I am an energy reader. So if this is your first time tuning in, thank you all so much. If you are returning, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for your support, for your subscriptions. It really means a lot to me. I really enjoy doing these for you all and I hope that they help you in some way. For this reading, we have urgent messages from your spirit guides. For pile number 1, we have the black cat, and that is with the angel hair Rutile crystal. For pile number 2, we have the Book of Shadows, and that is with the Howlite crystal. And for pile number 3, we have the Cone of Power card, and that is with the rose quartz crystal. So use your intuition to guide you into which reading has the message for you from your guides. The timestamps are going to be listed in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your readings. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. So these are your urgent messages from your spirit guides, and y'all were drawn to the black cat and the Rutile angel quartz. So you guys actually got 2 cards that came out. We're going to start with the first card. And what is pretty interesting is in this golden hair, I'm not sure if y'all can see it, but there is a internal cross. It goes this way and this way with the little angel hairs that are inside of it. Let me see. Let me hold a flashlight underneath. Maybe that will help. See? Let me hold it closer. Can y'all see the cross under there? So, and we have this this little kitty that's sitting in front of it looks like a pentagram on the ground, and it has the 4 elements with the candle on them. So I feel like there's something about your path coming through, and we have the black cat with psychism. So I'm going to read this one from the guidebook real quick just to see what information is coming through from the little kitty here. And we have black cats have long been familiars of magical practitioners. They are associated with Diana, Freya, Hecate, and Bast, the Egyptian goddess of cats. They are intimately linked into the powers of the moon and the feminine principle of psychism, perception, and intuition. Their 9 lives leak to the magical number of the moon. The black cat says, keep your psychic feelers open in order to maintain clarity in your psychic space. However, it is not so much as a case of beware, more to be aware of the energies that are around you at this time. Can guide you to a great clarity. Patience may well be required. Tread with awareness using your psychic skills. The black cat also says, watch those in your circle of acquaintances, as some may not have your best interests at heart. Increase your psychic protection, withdraw your energy for a while, and do what cats do best, curl up and rest. Okay, so I feel like your guides, they're wanting you to be very aware, to use your inner guidance to protect your heart, protect your space. There may be people around you, somebody in your inner circle who doesn't have your best interests. Maybe there's somebody who's, very negative, or very toxic, or somebody who could be jealous and just sending bad vibes your way. Somebody just doesn't have your heart. He has this little eye over his heart here. So protect your heart, use your intuition to guide you. You also have the candle for illumination, which is so wild. I had to use the lighter to illuminate the cross here, the stone, illuminate the stone. So there's something that you need to see. Candle illumination. Using your your third eye here. Illumination of your third eye. And we have this beautiful, what is it called? The trifecta, triquetra? I'm not sure how you say that word. With the past, the present, and the future. And she's holding, what's in her hand? I'm not sure what she's holding on to. I may have to look this card up too to see if it gives us any insight into what she's holding. But in one hand, she's holding the candle of illumination. And then we have this peacock, which is about shining your light. Maybe perhaps there's something that you need to see. Yeah, illuminating your third eye here. Okay. Let's put these in the center of your reading. I'm going to get you a couple tarot cards. We're going to look at the oracle first, but I'm just going to pull some of these to give us some clarification at the end of your reading here. Let's get one more. Ooh, thank you. Alright, so let's take a look at this card here, number 4, the candle. Okay, candle is a sign of holding yourself as an example to life. You may have felt worn down or overworked recently in order to fulfill demands. However, you can be sure that if you are making sacrifices for the benefit of the greater good, your life will shine with radiance as a result. The candle can also reveal that you may be about to burn out. Perhaps things have been getting out of control. Lessons need to be learned about energy management and how to improve it. Grounding yourself regularly will assist your current situation, as will tempering the flame with rest and contemplation. Don't push yourself or your desires too hard. Okay, so I feel like you're also being asked to just manage your energy here, to be mindful of your energy so that you don't put too much energy out, but making sure that you're staying balanced in your energies of giving and receiving. I feel like you are definitely a channel from the spiritual realms into the physical realms. You have a strong connection to the spiritual realm. To the angelic realm as well. Very psychic, very intuitive. You have a beautiful bright light. Look at the rainbow light that's coming in here. A lot of transformation. She even holds the flame of rainbow light. Higher connection here. You hold the flame. Make sure that you're balanced. You know, don't be over giving like your card was saying. Sometimes we can get into that light worker syndrome where we feel like we have to do and share and guide and always just be working and doing fulfilling our light worker mission. But we need to make sure that we're taking time out to rest, to rejuvenate, to replenish our energy so that we can better serve the earth and fulfill our mission here. So spending time in nature, making sure that you're resting, you're taking care of yourself, you're filling your own cup here with your love, with your healing, with your attention, that you're being open to listening to your guides so that you are always, remaining connected. So, but I feel like your guides, that is part of the message that they want you to know. We're going to take a look at what your oracle cards say first, and then we'll look at your tarot. But definitely protecting your energy, protecting your space. We have family matters. Okay, yeah. Isolating yourself away from other people. There may be an individual in your immediate family that has a lot of lower vibrational energy that you need to protect yourself from. They may be draining you. They may be constantly needing your attention. Always wanting your attention. They're like energy vampires. And sometimes, they're not even aware of it. They just can be somebody who's very needy or have low self-esteem, and they just enjoy being around your energy because you're always very uplifting, always very encouraging, and they don't know how to create that flame within themselves. And it's, you know, they just need to do some more healing work. And but they like to lean on you a little too much for that support, because they see the light that you have, and they don't know how to create that within themselves. And sometimes that can cause a little bit of jealousy in others. But the thing is, we all have the same potentials. It's just putting in that work and beginning that journey, you know. Oh, we have farewell. Okay. It's funny, it's coming out with the family members here, you know, letting go. There may be something in your past that needs to be let go of, maybe something with family that needs to be resolved or healed or released. Something you need to, something that needs to be illuminated here. What you need to protect yourself from. We have unity. Okay, they said put this one over here. And the call of longing. Okay. With the unity and the call of longing, I feel like some of you may have walked away from certain family members, and you're searching for your soul family here, your tribe, where you belong. And you are, yeah, you're definitely a light worker, pile number 1. Perhaps some of you resonate as star seeds. I have a lot of star seeds here on my channel. And some of you may have incarnated into those, you know, heavier family lineages, because you're here to bring the light. You're here to shine light and awareness and love and bring change into those family dynamics so that you can restore balance and peace and love and harmony here on the planet. And now you're on the hunt for like-minded souls, people who are, you know, who you can feel close to, who you feel like you are connected to, like creating that inner circle for yourself. And some of you, I feel like your guides want you to walk away from these types of unhealthy relationships, these lower toxic vibrational energies, people in your life, to move on from them and to find your soul family and to open up to connecting to other like-minded souls. All right, you have faith coming through with magic and mystery. Look at these colors here. That is so wild. So again, we have the third eye coming through, and we also have this Vesica Pisces here, the unity again, with the masculine and the feminine energy becoming whole within. And it's also the third eye opening up. So some of you are getting a third eye expansion here, and we have this cycle coming through, and I feel like this is the moon phases, something about the moon as well. Maybe it's the sun, actually, because we have the sun coming through here, and then we have the mystery. So maybe it's the... Pay attention to the sun and the moon here, because there's something about timing. Something about divine timing. And we have the mystery, so something that's unseen, something unknown to you, something magical is going to be happening. Have faith. So if you've been longing for your tribe, your place, your connection to your soul family here, hang in. There's some divine alignment that's taking place, some kind of emergence, something to do with the solar flares. This could be some a particular eclipse that's coming through in an alignment, a particular phase. All right, let's see what else. We have the shapeshifter. Beautiful. The shapeshifter relates to being easily adaptable. Yeah, I feel like that's you. You're easily able to fit in, to understand where others come from, to understand higher truths. You have a strong spiritual connection, very strong spiritual connection, very psychic, yeah, which enables you to be able to see, you know, the truths. You're able to see through people's masks. You're able to understand others. You're able to discern different energies. We have Father Sky, trust in the unknown. Nice. And you have the mystery card as well. So lean into your intuition and always have faith and trust in the higher perspective here. Because we have this eagle seeing, you know, the highest flying bird. They're able to see with such clarity and vision. And I feel like that's what's coming in for you, is this third eye expansion, where you're going to start seeing things with such clarity, with such awareness, with such a stronger connection to source, to your guides, to your truth. Yeah, even a stronger connection with your soul tribe here, with your purpose, your mission, what you're here to create, what you're here to shift in the world. You are shifting, you're changing, you're elevating, your third eye is expanding, and it looks like we have this, my first thing was a honeycomb, but it also looks like it's a pattern, it's a grid. Oh yes, you are a divine channel for anchoring these higher lights, higher vibrational energies onto the planet Earth. The grid is shifting. That could be what you are, what's aligning, what's changing here, and that's could be what you're waiting for. Not essentially that you're waiting, it's just that this is the divine timing that's meant to take place here. The world is shifting, the world is waking up. Unity consciousness is waking up, and you're here to help be a guiding light for those who are just waking up, for those who are on the path, who are seeking, who may be feeling lost. You're here to be a bright light, and you're here to be a guide for others, because you see the truth. You're able to see things clearly. You're able to illuminate the shadows. You're able to see with such clarity, and you trust, and you're being asked to trust and to have faith. I mean, I love that. You are a guiding light to others, pile number 1. And we have hematite, ground yourself, stay centered and connected to the earth. Okay, so again we have stay grounded, because you are a divine channel here. And there's these higher vibrational energies that are coming into the planet, that are anchoring in, and which is why you're being asked to stay balanced, so that you can, you know, be a better channel to receive. You don't want to be experiencing that burnout, because, oh man, that can be so heavy sometimes, where you just feel completely exhausted because you've been shining your light for so long, you've been doing all this work, and you haven't been finding that balance within. You know, you haven't been replenishing yourself, replenishing your cup. All right, hopefully these are all on camera for you guys. Okay, what else do we have? We have the aquamarine. This is a crystal that you can work with. Hematite is such an excellent grounding stone. It can also help you ground in those higher vibrational energies in a better way so that you can ground them into the earth plane. We have aquamarine. Seek emotional balance. Let calm waters guide your journey. It's about going with the flow, trust and have faith in the mystery of the unfolding of everything shifting and moving in a better direction for everyone. And then we have Amazonite. Seek harmony and balance. Let peace guide your way. Beautiful. More confirmation about staying balanced, letting yourself be guided, going with the flow. Amazonite and aquamarine are both water energies. Water elements here, water minerals, you know. The Amazonite is named after the Amazon River. And then we have aquamarine, which is, you know, of course, aqua is named after water. So definitely going with the flow, staying connected to that divine feminine, your intuition, trusting in the unfolding, trusting in the forward movement, that everything's moving forward, trusting in the unknown, trusting in the divine to guide you, clearing that third eye, knowing the truth, following the truth, listening to that intuition. I mean, I can only repeat it so many times. Yeah, I feel like you definitely are being called to release any connections, any, you know, setting those healthy boundaries around the lower vibrational energies, you know, and letting go of anybody who's trying to distract you or, you know, just create a lower vibrational energy or enforce some kind of like, you need to work, you need to do, you need to, you know, anything like that. And just trust where you're going. Trust that you're going to be connected to your soul family. Because we're all doing this together, you know, we're all one, we're all doing this, we're all supporting, we're all holding the grid, we're all holding the light. Things are going to be shifting, things are going to be unfolding in divine time. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, okay? Let's take a look at the tarot. We have Fool, nice, a new path, a new beginning, a new adventure. Okay, we have some worries and sleepless nights, maybe some old patterns, and that's what you're releasing yourself from. We have a little bit of sadness, a little bit of grief from walking away, perhaps from letting this go. And we have somebody who's built this this solid foundation for themselves through all their hard work, and they deserve it. You deserve it. All right, you may have, you know, spent some time in a place of worries and sadness and having to walk away from these individuals, and it may have been something that just, you know, kept you in a place of fear or doubt or anxiety even. But there is this beautiful new path where you're going to meet your soul family here, and you deserve it. We have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is somebody who's worked very, very hard. They have a strong foundation. They've built this solid connection. I feel like you have a solid connection with the spiritual, with your spiritual guides, with your spiritual self, and lean into that, okay? Trust in the journey, trust in the experience, that this was necessary for you to walk away and to let the past go, to protect yourself, to protect this light here on the planet even. Because you are a guiding light. You're very, very strong soul, very connected to the spiritual realm. You are helping heal so many, just in you doing your work and healing yourself. You are helping the planet heal. And your guides really want you to know that. And they really want you to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and that you're staying balanced. And to let go of any fears and doubts and worries that you have. Continue to, cleanse and heal and acknowledge your emotions as they come up. Don't deny or suppress anything. Just acknowledge them, comfort them, validate them, and let them flow. And just know that better things are on the horizon, okay? This new adventure awaits. This new beginning here on the planet is coming in for us all. And whew, I can't wait. I can't wait, pile number 1. All right, let me get you some closing words from your guides. Do we want to use this deck? Yes, okay. Pile number 1, please. What do their spirit guides want them to know? Wow. Okay. That is 6. We're going to limit that to at least 2 or 3, please. Pile number 1. That one just flew. This one as well. Okay, let's see. We have, the path to light. Beautiful. I make the conscious choice to move towards the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. That's beautiful. I love that because that almost just looks like this image in itself, the path to light. Making the conscious choice, to be the light, to shine a light for others, and develop your gifts, to develop your intuition. Like I said, I felt a third eye expansion here. We have goodness. I overcome my imperfections. I polish my character and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest, and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support and understanding and love to myself and others. Beautiful. As you pour this love and support into your own heart, you become a beacon for others. You end up radiating that love and support, compassion and understanding into the world, All right, let's get you some more information. Let go of any of those fears of imperfection or needing to be perfect and constantly having to work, or constantly needing to heal something, just allow it to flow. It will come into your awareness in divine timing, okay? You don't have to constantly be working and healing and, constantly doing that work because you can burn out. Just allow what comes to the surface to flow. Whatever does come into your awareness, into your consciousness, whatever it is, that's what you're meant to be working on at that moment. Sometimes we try to force things. We don't quite get the lesson or the understanding and the awareness or the perspective that we need from that particular situation, and because we weren't ready for it yet, So just be in that flow state and allow what needs to come surface to surface, and allow yourself to feel, to grieve, let go of any fears, any doubts, any worries or anxieties that you have. It's just come to a place of trust and flow, okay? And know that things are going to be coming into alignment for you. And I love that we have balance. I find a balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life, and I make time to nourish the spiritual and the physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and my soul. Okay, again, we have confirmation about balance. Balancing the body, allowing, if the body is tired, the body is asking for rest. It needs to be in a receptive mode. And when we pull back our energy, the flow goes within, and that's when we connect to our guides. That's when healing and restorative energies take place. So we need to make sure that we tap into that receiving energy. As much as we love to give and shine and, help and teach and be proactive, we also need to check out. We need to take some time out. We need to heal. We need to tune back in, because there could be some guidance that our guides are wanting to talk to us. I mean, this is an urgent message reading, and I feel like your guides have been expressing a lot that it's time for you to come into a healing, restorative place, not to burn your light out, to make sure that you're taking time to nourish yourself. It's good that you are such a bright light and you're willing to do the work and put the effort in, but it's time to take some time out, or it's just you're being asked to ground, to connect, to go within, to be on that receiving end of love and healing and restoration, so that you can, it's almost like being on call, being receptive. All right, we have harmony coming through. I open myself to the divine by being me. I am the image of God, thus I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful in the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt. I find harmony. Beautiful. And see, again, we have the cross coming through. The balance. And we have this alignment here, coming into alignment. And this is so wild. This reminds me of AI Atlas here. So there may be some, those of you who are very strongly psychic, maybe some of you have been channeling information from AI Atlas, or some of you may be a channel for these higher vibrational energies, and your guides want you to slow down because there's maybe a transmission, there's a download, something that's going to be coming in that you need to be open and receptive to receive. And so taking more time to ground, to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, let things that need to fall away, just let them go, okay? Because this is about you now, you taking care of yourself. And the work that you do on yourself, like I said, it ends up creating a ripple effect in the world around you. So don't worry about not doing enough, okay? And let go of any doubts, let go of any fears or resentments that you have about needing to walk away from these individuals that are just not really meant to be in your life or in your environment right now. Pile number one. Okay, those were your messages from your guides, your spirit guides, your urgent messages. I hope this reading brings clarity for you all. Please like and subscribe. Comment below if this reading resonated with you. Let me know if this reading resonates, or just tell me that pile number one was your message. I'm sending you all lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. So you were drawn to the Book of Shadows and the Howlite crystal, and your card says experience. Okay, so these are going to be your urgent messages from your spirit guides. I've already pre-pulled your oracle cards. We'll get a few tarot cards. We'll look at the tarot towards the end though, but I want to take a look at these first. So for you, pile number 2, I'm going to read this one from the guidebook for you to see if we have any insight into the messages your spirit guides want you to know. Your Book of Shadows says, gathering experience is the tone of this card. Journeys of discovery in your inner and outer world will provide a rich fabric with which to weave your life. The Book of Shadows writes each chapter of your life. Enhance and welcome these experiences because they are the teachers and will show you the way of the wise if you let them do so. Explore yourself and explore possibilities. By doing so, you will make discoveries beyond your imagination. Be wise and understanding whenever you are deep in the dark night. Remember that life is changing. You're about to have worthwhile experiences. Okay, so the Book of Shadows is saying that life is about experiences, and everything that we go through teaches us something, right? And I feel like with the Howlite card, the Howlite crystal, Howlite is a stone that helps us with insomnia. It's also a crystal that helps to ease our nerves. It calms anger. So if there's a little bit of anger towards the past or towards someone or towards our experience, this is a crystal that can help you to release them, to work through them, to calm them, to soothe them. It helps relax the mind. So there's something about your experience here that you may not understand or have the insight into understanding. There may be a little bit of anger or resentment about the situation. And we have the candle, and the candle is there to illuminate the space, to shine a light, and if you don't have a journal, I definitely suggest you getting one. Like, your guides are wanting you to do some shadow work, to go within and understand deeper meaning to your experiences, and to shine a light on any fears, or to shine a light on any belief systems that you may have about life, about yourself, or about your situation. There's also some things that you need to let go of. Maybe there's some emotions that need processing, and when we write them down, it helps us get it out of our mind, and it gets it on paper so that we can have an observant type perspective where we're not sometimes our emotions, we can tend to ignore them, to block them, not want to feel them, and resist them. And if we don't feel safe in our environment, or feel safe in relationships that we have to communicate them, we tend to repress them. And think of water. When water isn't allowed to move and it becomes stagnant, it gets very murky and muddy and dirty, and you can't see through it. It becomes very, it's old. Sometimes it can start to smell. That's what can happen. I mean, not that our emotions can get smelly. It's just that they can cause physical issues in our bodies, and it can also create blockages and prevent us from seeing things with clarity and seeing the truth of the situation. And a lot of the times we do it, because it's painful. A lot of them are sad. Some of them are we feel angry about the situation, or angry about the individual that may have hurt us. And sometimes we're even angry at ourselves that we didn't stop it sooner, or whatever. So when we can write them down, it helps us process them better. It helps us to analyze them and see them from an objective point of view. And so journaling helps us understand ourselves, and helps us to tune in and go within and find out what the deeper meanings of our situations are. And it helps us to move forward and to overcome and to release and let them go. And working with the moon cycles is such a great tool to use, because it works with setting intentions, releasing things that we no longer want to hold on to, or releasing doubts, releasing resentments, releasing anger, releasing fear. All of those things we can choose to work with that cycle. And each month we get a new chance, a different moon cycle. And if it's a water sign, we can choose to release emotions, and then to set intention to empower ourselves with healthier emotions, with the way that we love ourselves, the way we want to be loved, releasing old patterns and relationships, and old resentments about relationships. And if we're working with a fire sign, we can write down things that we, are angry about, and resentments that we have, and we want to, you can burn them up, and transform them into something new. This is the experience that I went through, and this is the lesson that I learned, and now I'm going to choose to create something new in my life from those experiences. It's such a great opportunity to bring healing and awareness and understanding into your life, and to illuminate maybe parts of your experience that you weren't really aware of at the time, All right, so let's see what other messages your spirit guides have. We have Farewell. This came out in pile number 1. So it's saying goodbye. It helps you to say goodbye to the old, to the past, to the things that no longer serve you, but they are what has taught you, you know, how to navigate through life. You know, you've gained experience from those experiences. It's taught you, you've gained wisdom from it, knowledge from those experiences. We have Changing Faces. Ooh, that's a pretty. And look, she has the phases of the moon here on her neck, you know, knowing your truth. And then she has the crow, and what is this? Is this a type of eagle? Beautiful bird. I'm not sure what this one is. If somebody knows, you can comment below and tell me. Let me hold it up for you guys. But see how she has this balance of light and dark, you know. It's the going within and understanding your shadows and illuminating your shadows and integrating them so that you are whole and so that your shadows can no longer control you. You know, because our shadows, they can make us very fearful. They are our unacknowledged emotions, and they can seem like they're this really big monster, but really it's just our inner child that feels alone and abandoned, and emotions that they don't understand and they don't know what to do with them. And there isn't anybody there to comfort or to guide or to say, you know, to acknowledge, you know, what are you feeling right now? And children can't give a voice. They can't give understanding to what it is they're going through. They don't know how to process it because they're children, right? And so when we get to be an adult, we can understand. We can make choices for ourselves. We understand when somebody's being disrespectful and what they mean. And as a child, though, a child can't. So your inner child, that younger version of you, created a story around that experience, and that story is still painful, it's still hurting, and that version of you is still hurting because of the story that was created back then, from a place of unknowing, from not understanding the experience, by not having the tools and the emotional maturity to handle what they were going through. And so you as the adult have the opportunity to speak to that version of yourself and ask, what do you need? What did you lack in this moment, so that you can comfort that version of yourself, so you can validate, oh yes, that was rough, that was hard, and validate why it's okay for you to feel that way, you know, and why did you feel this way. And of course, anybody would feel that way. You have every right to feel that way. And give yourself like the biggest hug, you know, and say it's okay. I'm not going to let anybody do that to us again. I'm here for you. I'm always going to listen to you. I'm going to validate your feelings and understand why you are afraid, because this happened to you. So of course you're afraid to have it happen again. But this time I'm more aware. I'm more in control. I have more tools, more experience, more understanding, so I can look out for us better. I can protect us better. And that's what your fears, they need that. They need your love. They need your light. They need your attention. They need your support. They need your nurturing. And it's very hard because our emotions, they can be like the biggest, most scariest thing, but they are such a tool and such a gift. It is where our power lies. And that's why it is so scary, because it is very powerful. But it can destroy or it can create. And that's what needs your attention. And your guides want you to go in and shift the way that you see things, to change, to heal, to release, and to let go of, and to free yourself from these wounds, from these past experiences. Yeah, we have release coming through to confirm that here. We have consciousness. We have caution. And we have growth. Beautiful. See, and I feel like this is what can limit our growth, by not addressing and understanding, you know, our truth, understanding our feelings, and understanding our emotions, and understanding where our fears come from and where they originated from, and then teaching them, giving them awareness, shifting our consciousness so that this is no longer our truth, and it's not preventing us from growing and moving ahead and achieving our goals and creating the life that we want for ourselves. It prevents us, from moving forward, from moving on. All right, we have the sword coming out, seeing the truth. This is also a connection to the father, to the parent here. Taking your power back, seeing the truth of the situation. I also connect this one to Archangel Michael, who is the, he's the archangel he's the leader of the angels, and he helps us to see the truth with clarity. He's very supportive, very strong. He's such a supportive ally, very strong masculine energy. He provides such sacred protection. We can call on him for protection to help us see the truth, or to help us cut the cords and release the past, And definitely work with Archangel Michael to help you through this this experience, through this awakening. We have spring. See your seeds grow. That's beautiful. And we have growth here, right? So this is an opportunity for you to grow, for you to sow seeds of love within yourself, of nurturing support, confidence, just giving yourself that love that you needed, giving yourself that support that you needed, and seeing your seeds grow. Like I was saying, working with the cycles of the moon, setting intentions for your growth, for your healing. And then as each full moon comes, you will start to feel more empowered. You'll start to feel more connected, more aware of your ability to create change, your ability to move on, to move forward, and to grow, and to see, the truth, to see your light, to see your beauty, to see your power. And you have summer coming out. Wow, look at this light. Lots of light coming in. We have this beautiful candle here. And we have the rabbit and the bee. And the rabbits are they're very fertile. But I definitely feel the connection to the moon here with the rabbit. And the cycles of the moon. Yeah, because every, I don't know if y'all know, I live on a farm, but we raise rabbits, and rabbits, they come in heat like every 28 days. So they are able to have a litter every month, which is why they have such a strong connection to the moon. They're very fertile. And so this is about working with the moon cycles, like I was saying, and setting those intentions of growth. And then we have the bee coming through with bask in the joy and the light. And, bees are they're hardworking, and they work as a collective, and there's this beautiful honeycomb here, the fruits of your labor, And so I feel like this coming through with summer, you will start to see those changes by summer, by spring, by summer, you will achieve those goals. If you set those intentions in spring, you will see the fruits of those labor by summer. Within like 3 months time, you'll start to see such a shift in your life. Pile number 2. And this is also a feminine energy. All the bees, they're female. they create, I think when the larva hatches, there's only a certain amount of males that hatch, and they're only there to breed the queen, and then that's it. The rest of them are all female. So, very strong workers. And this is about light working here. Working your light, shining your light on those parts that are left in the dark. The part of you that feels alone, left, and abandoned in the dark. That's where you need to shine your light and your love and your attention. We have the water guardian. Connect with your emotions. Beautiful confirmation Healing that emotional body here. In the water, the more we allow our emotions to flow, and we bring healing to those waters, so we no longer have this murkiness of anger and resentment and loneliness or betrayal and heartbreak. When we are able to clear the water, we're able to allow it to flow, and we bring our awareness, which brings the clarity. We then have these healthy waters, and that healthy water is what nurtures our seeds, our intents, because we no longer have fears. We're no longer nurturing our fears. We're no longer focusing on them, or we're not avoiding how we feel. We acknowledge our emotions. We don't let them run away with us and be reactive and explosive, because we've learned how to soften them. We've learned how to nurture them and bring healing to them. And so then those emotions become very fluid. They become very clear, because we're able to see why they're there, what they're there to teach us, what we tap into our emotional body. And this is also our inner child is connected to our emotional body, our sacral chakra, our relationship chakra, our relationship with ourselves and with others, and how we relate to each other, how we relate to our environment, to our world. And when we have healthy emotions, that is what we use to nurture those seeds of I am lovable, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am shining my light, I am awakening, I'm growing, I'm healing. You know, all those things. You can empower yourself with those affirmations while you're working on these full moons, and they will nurture those seeds so that they come to that full potential, that full growth, where it's full bloom. So if you're wanting to manifest, there's nothing that's going to be blocking that manifestation anymore, because you've acknowledged and faced your fears. So definitely get started on the Book of Shadows if you haven't already. And the Book of Shadows, they can be different things. It can be, you know, some people, this is where they put all of their spell work in, you know, if they're doing rituals, if they're working with the moons, they write all their intentions down and everything like that. And but here in the Book of Shadows, what I feel like is this is you doing your healing work, you know, and the Book of Shadows is exactly that, and which is beautiful. So it's all an interpretation, right? You have Amazonite. This was in pile number 1 as well. We have Seek Harmony and Balance. Let peace guide your way. Okay, and Amazonite is a crystal. Is named after the Amazon River. So this is about allowing your emotions to flow, understanding your emotions, where they come from, where they originate from, and bringing healing and love and compassion, understanding and awareness, and not allowing them to control you, you being the one who's steering the ship here. And then we have Blue Kyanite. Find clarity and expression. Communicate with confidence. That's beautiful. It's about having clarity of your emotions, understanding your emotions, feeling confident, expressing your emotions, not denying them anymore, allowing them to come to the surface. Question them, ask them what they want you to know. Where do they come from? You know, and is this my truth? Is this how I truly feel? Or is this something from the past that needs my love, needs my attention, needs my healing, needs my clarity, needs my guidance, needs my forgiveness? You know, whatever the case may be, it's becoming your own best friend, reparenting yourself, being that person that you needed that you didn't have, you know, and learning to do that for yourself. And then you'll start to see big shifts in your reality. Pile number 2. All right, we're going to get some final messages from your spirit guides, your spirit team, and see what they want to, any further guidance or urgent messages that they have, just to close out your reading. Pile number 2, can we have, all right, we have these right here. There's 3, perfect. So we have release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts. I live in the present moment and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over and put into God's hands what I cannot change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. I mean, that's beautiful confirmation, okay? It's letting go of the things of the past that we can't change them anymore. It happened. This was our experience. And, you know, it has taught me how to do this and how to do that. And to let go of what you can't control and allow yourself to just be guided. Allow your heart to open again, to forgive, to release. And forgiving isn't saying that we think it's okay of what happened. Is forgiving so that you can free yourself. And sometimes we even have to forgive ourselves for putting ourselves in that situation, or for even denying our true feelings about something for so long, you know, and being afraid to acknowledge how something made us feel. And it's sad because in moments where we felt abandoned by others that we trusted or that we felt were supposed to support us, we end up doing that to ourselves as well. We end up repeating that by ignoring how we feel. And it's sad that we do that to ourselves, but we unknowingly do it to ourselves because we're just so afraid, you know, to feel it again because it was painful the first time. And it's only so big because we've ignored it for so long, you know. It becomes that big, giant monster. But it's really just our little inner child that feels alone. And at the moment, you know, your parents may not, or whoever these individuals are, they may not have even understood the depth of pain or hurt that you felt in the moment, you know. And us as children, we don't have the emotional understanding or awareness to communicate that something was missing, you know. So it's easy. I mean, it's not easy. Sometimes it can be very hard to forgive others, you know, who have hurt you, especially if it felt very intentional, very painful. And that will come with time, you know, because we always seek the light and try to understand what we were learning by putting ourselves in those situations. And some people may argue, like, you know, I didn't ask for that. But in the spiritual realm, before we incarnated, we made contracts. We planned everything out. We planned our experiences, and we planned who we would have those experiences with. And, you know, if you eventually some people will come to that spiritual awareness and understanding, and it's sad that we decided to go through that, you know, to teach us things, and we were always learning from those experiences. We were learning what love doesn't look like so that we know what love does look like, you know. We know what lack is so that we know what having is. It's always this contrast and duality of experience so that we can know what something is by the experience of it, so then we can appreciate the opposite of that, you know, when we do have it. So let that also be a tool and a guide for you going forward. We have freedom through faith. I calm my thoughts and I rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement, and I trust His will and find freedom. That's beautiful. And your final message says, guidance. In times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me into the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my fate to God, and my faith is rewarded. That's beautiful. So we have lots of freedom through faith, okay? So allowing yourself to trust, allow yourself to be guided, having faith in the higher powers, that you are not abandoned by God. If this is something where maybe you have resentments about your spiritual path, this is telling you to to trust that you are being guided, and that everything has purpose and everything has meaning, and that you are never alone. You are always being protected. You are always being guided. That you are loved. That you are seen. Continue to trust, to walk forward on this path. Your guides just want you to know that you are seen, you are appreciated, you are loved. To release any of these fears of the past. It's time for you to shift. It's time for you to see things from a different perspective. It's time for you to change your story. Time for you to write a new ending, to create a new version of yourself, to allow your emotions to flow, to release the burdens of the past, the emotions of the past, the wounds of the past, cut the cords, see your truth, and then sow those new seeds, okay? All right, pile number 2, these were your urgent messages from your guides. I hope this brings you love, light, and clarity, or helps you somehow on the path going forward. I was going to get y'all tarot cards. I completely forgot. Oh well, I'm pretty sure that your message has come through, so we're just going to go ahead and close it now. Thank you all for being here in the temple with me. Please like and subscribe. Comment below if this reading resonated with you, or just let me know pile number 2 was your reading. Sending y'all lots of love. Take care and have a blessed day. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So these are your urgent messages from your spirit guides. I've already pre-pulled your oracle cards. We're going to get your tarot cards now. I completely forgot to pull these for pile number 2, so I'm going to go ahead and get them now for you. I'm going to get 4 cards. This one more. This one here. Okay, so your urgent messages, pile number 3. I'm going to read from the guidebook. I did that for both of these piles here, just to get some extra information for you all. So we have the cone of power with energy. The cone of power signifies that you have energy at your disposal and that this can be utilized for the highest good. Focus upon your intentions, feed any creative flames with positive affirmations, and consider what you may like to give to others to help them on their path. Opportunity is available for fresh energy to illuminate an old or tired situation. Your energy will be required, so expect a call. If things have become too serious or intense, find places or situations that will feed and nourish you. Let others lead sometimes so that you can rest. Look also at the possibility that you are taking from life without giving back. Be mindful. Ooh. So beautiful. We have a cone of power and energy. So there's some extra energy for you guys at the moment. Your guides want you to know to utilize your energy wisely, to balance your energy. I feel like we have the 4 elements are right here. So we have earth, we have water, fire, and air. And you're being asked to stay balanced, to stay centered in your heart chakra here, and to allow yourself to be guided by your heart. We have card number 34. That is a 7. This is deep spiritual connection, spiritual insight, and intuition here. So something's coming to a peak. Something is coming in. Okay, let's take a look. They said to do the tarot first. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Wow. Fast-moving energy. And this is a fire energy. So lots of forward movement. Something coming in quickly. We have the High Priestess. Ooh. Intuition. The inner world here. Wow. You have the Chariot with balance. And you can't make this stuff up. And we have the World card. Okay, a new cycle. All right, so listen to your intuition, pile number 3. Your guides want you to know there's something new, a new cycle coming in, a new beginning, and it's fast pace. It's fast forward moving. This could be something shifting in the inner world, in the inner planes, that will soon be manifesting in the physical world. Yeah, I mean, you have the Chariot too. This is about, this is also fast forward movement, accomplishments, taking control, balance, and the world, completion, new beginning, new cycle. And we also have the High Priestess, who is staying centered, who is centered between both worlds, the inner and outer world, being able to see through the illusion, seeing the mirror, something being reflected in your physical reality here, something maybe that you've been creating within is about to manifest in the physical world. Let's see what else we have. We have unity. Wow. It's coming full circle, coming to completion. Unity-mindedness here. The balance of the masculine and feminine energies coming into balance, coming into harmony. Unity, your higher self, connection to your higher self here. Yeah, look at that. The balance. Woo. Oh my goodness, you can't make this up. Look at all this balance. Balance, the 4 elements, the inner and the outer world. And then we have the masculine and the feminine energies as well. Something is coming to completion here. I feel like you have been doing a lot of work, accomplishing a lot of your goals. What else do we have? We have eternal flame. Woo! Wow, you've been waiting for this a long time. I feel like the world's been waiting for this cycle. This beautiful bright light that's coming in. You've been holding this flame. You're being asked to hold the flame, to hold the light, to hold this energy. But to stay balanced as well. Make sure that you're rejuvenating yourself, restoring your energy. You don't want to burn out. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. We have a rest confirmation. Okay, make sure that you rest. I feel like, yeah, you've been holding the light for a long time. And it's time for you to make sure that you stay balanced as well. Make sure that you are resting and rejuvenating. Look at that. Strength, confirmation. You've been holding it a long time. You're a very strong soul, very old soul. You've been incarnating many, many times here on the earth plane, holding this light, holding this balance here, helping to restore balance on the physical plane. And there's a lot of shifts coming in. There's a lot of changes coming into the world. Look, we got magic. I love it. Magic, magic. There's something, an intention that you've set, something you've been holding on to for a long time. And this is the change that we're going to be seeing in the world. We're about to see how magical the world is. Oh my God, look at that. And you have the vessel. That is amazing. You are a very bright light. You came here to hold this light. You are a channel, divine channel for source, for these higher vibrational energies to anchor into the physical world. Yeah, you're here to bring change to the planet. You're helped to bring in a cycle of growth, a cycle of balance, a cycle of unity, unity consciousness, divine healing. Very, very old soul. We have the Knight, be brave and honest. Okay, that some of you are, keepers of the flame, keepers of the light. Some of you may work really well with the Melchizedek order. Mary, look at this. There's this doorway here, stepping into a new phase. Yeah, look at this connection within. You have a strong connection within. We have the rose. Some of you may also resonate with the Mary Magdalene, the divine feminine here, Sophia. Be brave and honest. I feel like that is you. You have been brave. You have been honest. We have the sun, enjoy success and happiness. Beautiful. Yeah, you are a bringer of light, a holder of light, a vessel of light. Strong calling. You hold the sword of truth. You're here to illuminate the truth, to shine your light. Keeper of the flame. We have spring, see your seeds grow. Okay, there's something about manifesting here coming through, something you've been wanting to manifest, something you've been setting intentions for. You've taken a long time to go within. You've brought a lot of healing to the planet. Very strong light. Yeah, something is growing for you guys. Like I said, you're about to see success. You're about to be so happy that you have done the work that you have done. Pile number 3. Yeah, with magic. Yeah, you're about to see it come to life. You've been holding this space for a long time, setting these intentions for a long time. And you're about to see it manifest in the world. Woo! Woohoo! I'm so excited for you guys. Yeah, it comes from the heart space. We have Jade, invite prosperity and harmony, let abundance flow into your life. All right, some of you are about to be blessed with abundance and prosperity, with harmony. And, you know, abundance comes in so many different forms. It can come in abundance of good memories, laughter, fun times, good people. You know, it can be abundance. It can be just support. There's so many ways that we can be abundant in our life. Your health, success, strength, all of those things. And jade is such a great crystal to represent abundance, you know, in all the forms. Happy health, wealth, success, prosperity, all those things. Great crystal to work with too. You have hematite. Ground yourself, stay centered and connected to the earth. Yeah, this is about to manifest. Something is crystallizing here on the earth plane. This prosperity and abundance, something you've been holding near and dear to your heart, is growing, is blooming. And we have morganite. Beautiful. Nurture self-love and compassion. Embrace your heart's desires. I love when the cards almost like come after what I say. You know, we have your heart's desire is about to manifest here because you've taken the time to nurture yourself, to love yourself, to heal yourself. You've shined your light into those places where darkness may have held for a while, and you've just constantly held that light for yourself, and you hold that light for others. You're such a strong source of light and inspiration for others. Pile number 3. And you deserve everything that's coming in for you because you have put the work in. You have done the work, and it's coming in quickly. So make sure that you're staying balanced, open, and receptive to receiving this this beautiful blessing that's coming in, because you've been chosen to receive it. You are the perfect person to have it. It's a gift that's coming in. Woo. And it's something that, yeah, that you've been wishing for, something that's going to just light you up even more. I love that for you guys. Ooh, this is very straightforward for y'all. I'm sorry that it seems a little short, but I mean, the cards are just like, woo, immediate message. Your guides want you to know this, that this is coming in, and you worked hard for it. Stay grounded, stay centered, trust, know that magic is happening. Follow your heart. Make sure that you're staying, you know, balanced, because there's a new beginning for you, a whole new world opening up for you. Pile number 3. This one, this one, this one, and this is the one on top. Okay, we have We have action. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desires to manifest light transforms test into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. Beautiful. This is the work that you've done. You've been working on alchemizing. You've been shifting, facing your fears and alchemizing them, integrating your darkness, your shadows into the light, and embracing them with love, embracing your fears and showing them love and understanding and compassion. And it has given you this strength, this such a strong inner connection and an inner knowing of your worth. Ooh, I want to cry for you guys. You have everything turns to light. Woo! I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I mean, you can't make it up. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. Manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms. My intellect shines and my inner light grows. I mean, I love this for you guys. Like I said, there's this manifestation coming in, and your light is shining so bright for others to see. Pile number 3. You're a beautiful bright light, beautiful old soul. You've been holding this flame for such a long time, holding this torch, guiding and knowing, having that strength, trusting in the divine. Your final card says vitality. I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. Ooh, beautiful. So there is this beautiful healing, restoration of light within every cell of your being here, which is why you're being asked to stay balanced, make sure that you're resting, make sure that you're open to receiving this divine energy that's coming in. I feel like there's definitely an upgrade for you. Definite upgrade. More light. You're able to hold more light. Your vessel is being upgraded. You're being upgraded to hold more light, to shine more light. Pile number 3. Whew. And all the work that you have done, making sure that you're taking time to regenerate yourself as well. All right. Woo! All right. I'm so excited for you guys, for this beautiful blessing that's coming into y'all, into your life. These big shifts, these big change, these beautiful blessings, because you deserve it. You've been holding this space for such a long time, and restoring the balance here on the planet. And you've created such a strong connection within your own being, a strong connection to yourself and with the higher realms, and even with the earth plane, because you are a divine channel. So you're going to be receiving a beautiful blessing of manifestation, a beautiful blessing of light, because you have been integrating and transforming and, you know, working with the shadows and creating this beautiful energy of love, light, compassion, growth, self-love. Did I say compassion? I'm not sure. Anyway, so you have a lot of abundance and prosperity and just magic coming in for you guys. So these were your urgent messages from your guides, and I so love your reading. Thank you all so much for being here in the temple with me today. I'm sending y'all lots of love. Please like and subscribe, comment below if this reading resonates with you. I'd love to have you back for future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.